Alright, you guys know exactly what time it is. The reveal for this year's Worldwide Down celebration is... Well, actually, let's watch this video before we get started. That is right. BROLY is the next Worldwide Down celebration LR. Now, I don't know if he's going to be a Dokkan Fest or a Carnival. I prefer to him to be a Dokkan Fest. I prefer to actually be a Dokkan Fest slash Carnival format in this celebration. Last year, I believe they just did dual Dokkan Fest and then dual Carnival. Not my thing, but not my thing now. But at least this can work. Um, this is gonna be pretty good. But just before we can even continue, let's analyze what we just saw here. So it is some of the quotes from the actual Dragon Ball Z movie, Dragon Ball Z Legendary Super Saiyan Broly movie. Some of the quotes that you may see from some of the movie scenes. But yes, as we're seeing here, they did improve the animations for Broly's super attack animations and entrance animations. I think that's what I saw in here. If we take a look. Hold on a second. Wasn't that the scene where he just throws out one of the characters? Okay. Okay, that's an old scene. That's an old animation. Oh, this is new. That's new. I think based off of this, he has obviously two super attacks. One of them is an AoE. The other one might be a single target. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it looks like it is. So it looks like this is an AoE. Unless it's an active skill. Oh, hold on a second. There's like multiple animations in here. I think some of them may be old. Some of them may be brand new. I think. No, I think. Hold on a second. I think this. Let's give a glimpse right here. This is brand new. This has to be an entrance animation. This has to be an entrance animation. And if I'm guessing this correctly, it's gonna be straight up LR Legendary Super Saiyan Broly. I don't think it's gonna be transforming unless it's via active skill. Because I can think of this two ways. It's via active skill, or he's just a standalone friggin' LR. And by the way, it looks cool by the way. Dude. Ah, yep, this is it looks like it. Hold up. It's so faint, so fast. God damn it, it's like right there. That's slight millisecond right there. But this is an old animation, I believe. But in here, it looks like they added some new animations and mixed with the old stuff in here. And I just noticed that. Oh, by the way, Cell Max is out. Good luck burning all your stones in this, or saving all your stones at least. Um, anyways, looking over the previous, the previous hints as well. We Most people did get it correct. Brawly is pretty much the biggest hint out of all of these. These are just basically a bunch of key blast and a bunch of rush animations right here. Which some of us thought it was Blind Nimbus. But if you guys see the color and all the auras and everything, I think they're all green, right? Yeah, just by looking at it. But dude, Here's the first one. These hints lasted for like about 4 to 5 days, so we kind of got the gist of like where it's coming from. Now, in terms of what we could expect, well, I don't remember exactly what we got for Brawl. Dude, my keyboard does not register the first character I type in. Okay, here we go. In terms of legendary Super Saiyan Broly stuff, right? We got one that has an easy aid, one that it has easy aid. Then we have one that has easy aid already, one that has easy aid already, one that has not because it's Bio Broly. I think Bio Broly will be pretty fine for this kind of thing. And then, you know, just for fun, why don't we add you to the mix? So we have 6 variations of Broly that have not EC8 slash Super EC8 or at least had some fun right here. EC8 slash Super EC8. I think most people have pointed this out. I think we're gonna get EZA for this guy. I got no problem with him EZAing. I have him. Uh, he was part of the extreme tech team that I built for extreme SBR, and it sucked. I had so much trouble, even with this guy, and it just made it even harder. I don't know why. What do you do again? 90% attack and defense when super, gets additional 50% if it's an ultra, launches additional super when facing 2 or more enemies, and then transforms. Oh yeah, this definitely sucks. This definitely kind of sucks. Well, he's mostly made for extreme SBR. No, I'm sorry, extreme SBR. Or SBR in general. When he did transform though, he did become pretty insane actually. He does have a really good active skill that activates after he transforms, which is really good. It's pretty good. It's really good. So I think about 4 or 5 turns in, he does get his active skill and he becomes an insane monster. Unfortunately, he doesn't get that much defense. What's his defense looking at right now? 13k. The only thing, okay, if I were to ECA this unit, one, his designs could be freaking similar, if not the same. Except they're gonna add additional buffs on top of it because this doesn't look like much. Back then, it used to be pretty. Yeah, back then, like 2019, he was really good. Now, when I look at it here, it's just like, is it really that good? All I can say is, if you want this guy to be very good, there's 3 things I want in here. His leader skill is obviously gonna change anyway, so like 150%, so don't expect too much out of it. 3 things. 1, the super attacks, I think they need to be buffed. Personally, attack and defensive buffs on here, or defensive buffs on the super attacks would be nice, because he does do additional supers. His passive, make it so that when he does additionals, he gets additional stats, additional buffs. Maybe, I don't know, against hybrid Saiyans or pure Saiyans, he gets an additional 15% attack. No, just gets additionals in general. Actually, he should just get additionals in general. And then keep this against 2 or more enemies, but then give him additionals where he's facing against pure or hybrid Saiyans. And then he gets additional buffs with damage reduction or something like that. At least 30% damage reduction with buffs and start of turn buffs. I don't know exactly how much, but I think that's good enough. Damage reduction, maybe guard if they wanted to, like 1 turn, 2 turn of worth of guard. But keep in mind, this is pre-transformation. Post-transformation, I think, is where he's actually gonna be a monster. He already does over 10 million, so that really doesn't matter. I think what matters here is how you want this unit to be built after he transforms. So he does get his active skill immediately, which means if you want him to be a monster, you're gonna have to make him a monster immediately after he transforms. So maybe like 200, 300% attack and defense at the start of turn. It's 150, it's 100% on super. That stacks on top of it, which is insane, which is, I think, is gonna be like a huge amount of buffs right there. And then gets an additional 150% on super. it should be 150% attack and defense. He gets additional. He's made to do additionals. That's the point of this unit. You might as well just give him additionals and then have him stack on those additionals with attack and defensive buffs on his super. Keeping this is fine. I got no problem with it. I think it's just he needs buffs to make sure he stays tanky so he can at least compete in very difficult events. I think that's what I want out of him. This BROLY, we can focus on him later. Super easy A's. These two. Super difficult. I'll be honest. This guy deserves a super easy A first. Let's look at him. The most bare bones kit right here. 80% attack defense when attacking. I remember pre-easy, he didn't do jack shiz, man. Post EZA. Still doesn't do jack shiz. Back then, it used to be pretty good. Now it's just, what the hell do I do with this unit? I remember being very hard to at least get his EZA medals. So, I still think he's worth it in my opinion. Since he could potentially super easy in the future. One thing to note is he has to be very good. Usually with passives like these, they're gonna buff the crap out of him because I can't even think of anything with this unit. But they're definitely gonna buff the crap out of him. Of course, super attack effects won't be changed. Leader skills not gonna be changed. Stats won't change, but this will, and it will be very large amount of text. Same concept with what you call it. This guy, even though his passive is decent, you know, he's gonna have a very large passive. And in terms of text, that's gonna make me feel like I don't want to read anymore. Trust me. But that's probably my concept here is make them both very good. Make this guy still like a World Tournament King, or an SPR King, and then make this guy very, I guess, single enemy heavy, so that every time his unit supers, he gets more than just crit, right? He can basically get additional stats. And on top of that, he could potentially get something like, I don't know, damage reduction, maybe? I don't know. Just maybe so that he can actually become useful in the future. That's what super ECs are supposed to be for. It's supposed to basically make the unit more balanced in the era of which new difficult events are coming out, and this is exactly the time for that. Bio BROLY and Super Saiyan 3 BROLY, the reason why I'm bringing this guy up is because one, he Dokkan awakened from the original Super Saiyan, technically in a sense, this guy Dokkan awakened from the OG Super Saiyan BROLY that utilized the BROLY medals, but then he Dokkan awakens into the Super Saiyan 3 BROLY, which utilizes the Super Saiyan 3 BROLY Dokkan awakened Dokkan medals. Maybe he can get EZA. I got no problem with it. There could be others too. Like if you go into movie heroes, I know there's a couple characters that actually should deserve one. I think like Super Saiyan Gohan is one of them. I used him like way back, because I can use his movie hero support. But I could see him EZA. Him EZAing or Super EZAing. We haven't seen LR Super EZA yet, so I don't really know how to judge that. I don't know, they wouldn't get them like minimal buffs unless they have to. Get rid of these guys. Bio BROLY, he gonna need what? He's gonna need a big buff. A big boy buff, in fact. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. And then with his easier, right? Probably reached in less than 10k defense. So, gonna be one of those. It's gonna be one of those. Okay. Yeah. I think, out of all things, right? We'll definitely see how it goes. When did they say he was coming out? The 27th. Okay, so it looks like that's when the campaign starts on the 27th. So let's, what was it? Oh, that's next Tuesday. Are we gonna get a Dokkan now this week? If that's the case, then we'll see some preview information regarding the campaign, and I believe the countdown before then. Because I think they'll start the countdown tomorrow then, actually. They might have to. Because then we'll see the first-hand information by then. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. This could end up being interesting. Of course, people do love BROLY, so I'm not gonna slander all the BROLY fans out there. Y'all deserve your moment. BROLY does deserve a really good unit. Not Dragon Ball Super BROLY. Dragon Ball Super BROLY is fine. I think Dragon Ball Z BROLY is the one that needs more representation. The fact that he's finally like getting a good unit, hopefully it's good. Then that'll be amazing. I think that'll be really good actually. Where is links for BROLY though? Actually, where are BROLY's usual links? When he transforms, what happens? Same thing. Oh, it's this same links. Yeah. I think there was one difference, right? Well, here. Circular. Literally the same unit. Literally the same unit. Okay. Oh, this guy too. I forgot about him. Well, if you want an easy him, you could. I have no problem. It was like 170% across the board. Making this unit good. I think that'll also be very fun as well. Because I feel like they undertuned this unit, but if you want him to be better, increasing the damage reduction as well as the crit chance is great. And then just giving him additional stats. Giving him additional damage reduction. He could be a pretty damn good slot 2 or slot 1 unit depending on what they can do for him. But then giving additional buffs, stat buffs after that. I think that'll be fine for him. Oh yeah, since he does do additionals as well because of his active skill, right? Just honestly, you just give him more buffs right here and here. I think he'll be fine. Right now he's meh. He can do decently well on some of the 2022 events, like the very first Red Zone, but can definitely do way better. And he's 3 years old too, right? Yeah, he's 3 years old. That's insane. Dude, I'm ready. I'm ready for BROLY, alright? Definitely not poor. Definitely not poor. I'm very excited. I'm very excited to see what we got for BROLY. Nothing more than that. We'll probably see a Goku, Super Saiyan Goku for part 1, obviously. So this is mostly gonna be towards part 1. Part 2, Bio BROLY or Second Coming BROLY is fine. Could get Gohan. Could get Goten and Trunks. We'll see. There's a lot of things that are coming in here. Well, let's keep an eye out for any information. Just let me know what you guys think of BROLY being the Worldwide Battle Celebration team. And I will see you all in the next one.